What's going on? This is DJ Loot taking another break from session work to sit down with music artist Apocalypse. Welcome to break time. Yeah. Also have to give special thanks to Real Vision.
Definitely. Shout out.
You did a song with him, or there's going to be more stuff to come, but it was your song and he did a verse, and now there's going to be some more songs. You came in and did a session to record your portions, and that came out great. You see how I work, so a lot of good things in the works, but he's the pivot point for that. So anyway,
shout out to Real Vision. This wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be here if he didn't hook it up. And that song we did is called Something Gotta Change. And we basically became friends. We're working on a whole EP now, and I'm going to be over here a lot more often. So
looking forward to it all. Well, let's get into it.
Yeah. All right. In short, it's Apocalypse, but that came to be years later. When I first started rapping, I was just going by, Joe, Lil Joe. Shout out to Lil Joe's, the restaurant in North Sacramento. It kind of influenced that a little bit. And I always been, little, there's a big Joe and everything. So it stuck. Even though I'm an adult and I'm not little anymore, it's still there. So, but I was battle rapping and everything, and I was like, I'm winning, and just like, I'm tough. So I'm like, I need a tougher name, So I came up with Pestilence, actually, instead of Apocalypse.
Pestilence, okay.
Yeah, it was a definition word in my English class, and it's like, I like the way it sounded, and the definition was like, it's a plague that spreads and takes over the world kind of thing, like bubonic plague kind of thing. I was like, that's dope. And so I kept it for maybe a month or two, and then realized, it wasn't fitting as much as I wanted it to. And some group already had that in a different genre, and that I could have used it because it's not rap and I'm not a group, but that's why later on it came back, and I am using it now. But at that time I was like, I need something else, and I came up with Apocalypse. Into the world, it's zombie apocalypse, everything. It just fit my personality, and also it's X-Men character that can never be defeated. I'm a big Marvel fan, and he is just unstoppable, and he always recruited and everything too, and tried to build an army. And I just love Apocalypse, and so that's me. It's Apocalypse. 777. You can ask me about the 777 later. I gotta give a shout out real quick, if you don't mind, to my company, Reckless Records. All the homies on Reckless, love you guys. Back to it. Now I'm all three. So Apocalypse is the future, Pestilence is the past, Pestilence and Joe is stuck in the middle, fork in the road.
I dig that concept.
Yeah. So I just made an album as Joe called Torn. It got two halves. I haven't done the second half yet, but the album's ripped in half. It's torn. So got a lot coming out.
Looking forward to checking it out. And presenting it on my show, which you're going to be on soon. My radio show, that is. Not break time, but happy hour with DJ Loot. Mm-hmm. I'll be giving the link to have folks check that out at the end of this video. And but a lot of great stuff coming from you soon.
Yeah. So my older brother JD, we were sitting in the van one time chilling, and they're smoking and everything, and they were like, I was like 11, maybe 10, and he said, "Hey, bust a freestyle." And he goes, "I know you can," and I'm like, at the time, I didn't even ever think I'd be into rap, and I just like listening to it. He introduced me to rap, Easy, Bone Thugs, and all them. But I was like, well, what would I say? And I just started freestyling, and they thought it was dope. So I was like, oh, okay, I could do that more often, And I liked the attention, they kind of like applauded me. So I was like, that's dope. So I was freestyled for like years, walking back and forth to school, to Grant High School, just freestyling the whole way, hour something walk. And then I just started writing when I went to Highlands. I started getting into, like, I was bored in class. Instead of doing my homework, I'd be writing raps.
Well, that's the thing, those long walks, it's like with anything. I'll take my saxophone if I'm walking somewhere and just be playing going down the street. Anytime you can fit in practicing and you get enough practice in, you'll be good at anything.
Yeah, and plus it's therapy too. And
that it is. Well, music is a huge therapeutic thing, any sort of artistic stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to, it used to be therapeutic for me to do math problems. I don't know what my deal is, but no, the arts, being in the arts in any capacity, it's great for the soul, great for your whole everything.
Yeah,
So-
and I've been learning a lot about frequencies and mathematics and everything like that, and it's all connected in this whole world like
Yeah,
that.
have you ever listened to some of the 432 hertz music,
Oh, yeah.
the detuned
I
slight?
listen
It's
to
like it resonates with our
Hertz music and the 777, frequencies. I'm into that a lot, and they have to do with because our body is 70% water, and so music
Yep.
is frequency, and it actually could heal. The cathedrals used to actually be healing centers. That's what people go there to get healed. There's a lot of them. The list is way too long, but I could give a few off the top of the mind right now. Growing up, I was inspired by NWA, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tupac, and Eminem. But out here, I was influenced really growing up. Brother Lynch Hung, Season of Sickness.
Right.
And then later on, got introduced to Hollow Tip and all that. But raised on the Sacramento Bay Area.
Sax, what's the Rushmore?
The Mount Rushmore. I like to call it my Four Horsemen. Apocalypse.
Yep.
Yep. So my Four Horsemen would be Brother Lynch. I think we talked about this last time. X-Rated, Hollow Tip, and SIBO.
That's a lot of folks top, and you have some other names we throw out, but I think we agree on.
Yeah.
We do agree on those. The catalogs are there, the longevity, and the consistency of quality throughout longevity, and I equate that to the whole LeBron longevity versus what Jordan did, and it's that whole battle. So you can say the same with musicians, but yeah, all of those guys for 30 decades for a couple of them is just, or 30 years, sorry, is their classic stuff is on par, or their new stuff is on par with the classic. Anyway, it's just that those are the guys that it doesn't matter. Then now, they can do it another 10, 20 years. They can be 90 and still put out something nice.
Yeah.
And that's why they're such influencers.
And it's like with Lynch, I could still hear some Season of Sick right when it starts. Like, when I back me a gun, and when I was young, I'm like, damn, it's like, it just brings me back, And I had that album, half of it at least, maybe 3/4 of it memorized by the time I turned like 13, 14 years old. So I'm a huge Lynch fan.
You were really, really invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. Anytime you're pursuing the same.
Yeah. Shout out to HC the Chemist, man, from Mo Thugs and HC Global. He works with Bone Thugs and Harmony a lot. Him and Lazy Bone got some albums together. I collabed with HC back in 2023. He's a really cool dude, professional, quick, and he just got a good attitude. So a couple years later, I don't know what I posted. I posted something. He goes, "Well, we got to get another collab." I was like, "Definitely." And I was working at the time, had good money, so I said, "All right, boom." We hooked it up again, and this last one we did I didn't think the top one could be matched, or I don't know. I like them both equally, but
right.
I didn't think that I could top that one, and I feel like I want to do a third, see how that one comes out. So shout out to HC the Chemist. I also worked with Shoe Gang. Their older brother is Crooked Eye. He was signed to Shady as part of a group, Slaughterhouse.
Yes.
So I've chatted with Crooked Eye. Shout out to him and Shoe Gang. Other than that, I got a few collabs here and there, but not really too many names that would be recognizable by a lot.
And in this area, of course, getting back to Real Vision and the folks that he works with, or even, related to, his brother, COS, and so you have, that's a great
definitely
hub for the Sacramento folks.
I was gonna say that's probably the most important collab that I've done this far, because that hooked me up with you. Now I have an actual professional place to record, and it's just, his vibe is cool too. I definitely plan on working with him a lot. We got an EP coming. I got a track with COS coming. It's already in the works. We're just trying to figure out what beat. But that one's in the works.
Might be an Eli 1 beat. Probably will be.
Yeah, and on this EP we're gonna have some features. Real Vision didn't name drop any yet, but I'm excited about that because I love working with local artists. And
I know a few of them. I'm not going to name drop them right now either because I
like
don't want to
surprises,
speak on something that's unfinished. But
I'm hoping Eli is one of them, because I've heard a couple of his tracks. Shout out to JOB Music, for sure.
Jump Off a Bridge,
MCOS,
JOB.
and Real Vision. Well, lately I've been doing my own thing and I haven't even been able to listen to my favorite artist, which is King ISO. I haven't heard his last 2-3 albums, but Strange Music, I've always been a fan. But King ISO, he has this mental health movement, Project Be Well.
Good.
And I mess with that because I have a lot of love for the mental health matters community, because it does, and I used to ignore it, and it I put mine on the back burner and it'll come back and bite you. So I'm a mental health advocate now. So I just want to do something positive and bring awareness to that, and I like what he's doing, so I want to record with him. Tech 9 would be dope, definitely.
Oh yes.
And of course Brother Lynch Hung and all that. That's how I ended up meeting Real Vision and everything, because I was inquiring about a Lynch collab, so okay. That's going to be in the works hopefully soon. A lot of people, Sacramento artists, anybody that's dope, anybody that's positive and wants to work, let's go. Second half of Torn, that has about 10 tracks at least. I took 3 out, so there's going to be a little middle piece of the torn out section that's going to be bonus tracks later. Unveiled, I wrote 30 tracks for that for some reason. I'm gonna probably split that one into 3. That's me dissing on the government, basically show me the receipt, you guys are taking our tax money, you're not doing nothing with it. Really, I feel like there's a lot of scams going on, like I'm unveiling the truth. That's the apocalypse in a lot of cultures doesn't mean the end of the world. It means either a reset or unveiling of the truth. Okay. So that's the other reason, that's what inspired that. But also shout out to Keep It 100 Music. I'm going to drop that through that company. I'm co-founder of Keep It 100 Music. Shout out to M-Dub, the Magnificent, that's my boy. So I'm going to have him help me get that one going. But I got a lot of tracks with Red Paper Wasp, with Ogun, Iron God. I'm part of War Gun Militia, basically. I'm Reckless Records. I got a lot of tracks with Reckless coming out. That's my company, and some With a Purpose Productions is going to come soon. I don't know when. That's more positive, uplifting music about the creator and everything like that. But it's the opposite of Reckless. So there's Reckless, and then there's With a Purpose. So you're either doing stuff recklessly or you're doing it with a purpose.
Okay.
And so then I have the one with Real Vision. I think the album name, I haven't talked to him about it yet, but I think For the Love of the Game sounds cool, because that's he just sent me a beat, and when I was listening to it, I said it just feels like For the Love of the Game vibe, and I wrote a verse for it, and I kind of got a hook. I haven't talked to him about it yet. I sent him the lyrics to the verse, but I think as an album name it just would sound pretty dope.
I'm trying to think if I've heard an album with that title. I don't think so.
I haven't, but I heard, Loyal to the Game. I've heard, For the Love of Money with Bone Thugs and Harmony and stuff. So I kind of was putting 2 together. I like to mesh things together. So for instance, Keep It 100 Music and Reckless, when I work with, M-Dub, I'm like, man, we keep it reckless.
Passive.
Productive.
Solvent.
Like what I was thinking earlier, on that, I was thinking negativity is like a solvent, but if you pour water in solvent, it gets diluted and it's less powerful and less potent, right? So if you pour positivity in that negativity and just ignore whatever's going on in your life, not ignore it, but address it when it needs to be addressed, of course, but flood yourself with positivity and you'll dilute the negativity. So solvent.
Shrink.
Shout out to my therapist.
Hey,
Steve.
What you first think of? Ballet.
Dance.
What kind of breeze?
Music.
Oh, sandwich.
Hunger. I went from eating knuckle sandwiches to nothing sandwiches. You know what I mean? So.
Let's see. Constraint.
That's a tough one. Restrained.
Okay. A couple more. Elephant.
Man, there's always an elephant in the room, but they never forget. I don't know. I'm the white elephant, I guess.
Let's see. I'll hit it 5 more times and we get what we get. Strong. That's a good one.
Me.
Gotta be strong. Even when at least appear strong sometimes.
Well,
or
fake it till you make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, man, like, I've been through so much, but like, what don't kill you does make you stronger, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate it too. I'm like, man, I hate my situation. Did that, but like, complaining about it gets you nowhere. When you think about it, it's like you can't build strength without pain. You go to the gym and try to figure that one out.
Oh, right.
It won't work. You have to have some pain and some sweat and some blood and tears. You know what I mean? This game.
Because when you know you're strong, it's because you realize what the counterpoint of that is. You've been weak. Now you know what it means to be strong. If you were always strong, there's no reference point.
Right.
Or if you've.
So one of my favorite bars ever is from 50 Cent. Joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain. You know what I mean? That's a bar.
Where can they find all things Apocalypse?
So
give you links and whatever contact info you want.
I'm old school. I'm mainly on Facebook a lot. I know I'm not too much on IG and all that, but I do have an IG. I have a TikTok and all that. But Facebook is Apocalyptic Bars, Pestilence Raps, and Joe's Flows. But I'm mainly on the Apocalypse profile, Apocalyptic Bars.
Normal spelling, BARS.
Yep.
Apocalyptic Bars.
And on YouTube, TikTok, and Snap, it's Apocalypse 777 Rap. And what else? That's pretty much main. Oh, on Spotify and all that, it's going to be Apocalypse 777 Rap as well on all the streaming sites. I just kind of haven't been posting my stuff yet.
No, fine, but those are in place for whenever you get to doing
once
that.
I get the team built, because I got enough work to flood like a team of 20 and keep them busy for the next 10 years, besides creating more stuff probably, but like half of it might be garbage, but if we get behind it and figure it out, man, I could drop probably 20 albums a year if I wanted to, but
nice.
With the content. But I'd rather do 2 solid, really good albums, and one of those is coming this year, and it's going to be I'm thinking For the Love of the Game with Real Vision.
Push that. I like the sound of it.
To me, it just,
if the song concepts warrant that name, and I think that applies to a lot of things he talks about too.
Well, because the whole thing that what I'm doing, you know what I mean? A lot of people are doing it for the money or the fame, and I'm doing it for the love of the game. You know what I mean? And so, like, I just recently this morning listened to Something Gotta Change, and I kind of had a bar in there that kind of hinted at it, and those 2 songs had nothing to do with each other originally. So I'm like, hey, it kind of ties into that. So I think it'll work.
Well, I'm looking forward to all of the things that you've been speaking about. Beyond that, you're going to be on my radio show. I forgot what exact date, but it's coming up soon.
June 22nd.
June 22nd it is. Time is just breezing by. I never. It's in my schedule, but yeah. So you know for sure because it's your
I don't
debut
go by,
on radio.
I don't go by schedules. Apocalypse is timeless, so I'm late to events a lot. Like
I'll be late to my show, Dave.
No, like so. I don't go by calendars, but like I keep this stuff in my mind. This is stuff I'll never forget, like an elephant, because this is my passion, But like, man, the other day I got my days mixed up at work. I thought I worked Sunday, but it was Saturday, and they're like, "You were supposed to be here." I'm like, "Wait, what?" So I need to get more involved with calendars and all that, but like, I'm Apocalypse, man. I don't run off of this human time zones and stuff like that.
Get one of those Amazon Alexas and say, Alexa, put a reminder in for la-di-da date and time, and
no, when it's rap related, man, I don't forget. You could tell me like it's tomorrow at 2 a.m. and I'll be here. Okay.
Be sure to go to djloot.biz. You can see music that I produce if you need beats, recording, mixing, mastering, any of that. So, yeah, that's the website for everything. There is a graphic for Happy Hour with DJ Loot, my radio show, a lot of other stuff. In the meantime, I'm going to get to editing this and get it up. and then we can start sharing. Let folks hear all about everything you just spoke on. All right.
And then there's like last final is like throwing some shout outs out there, right? Or,
Yeah, go for it. So who do you want to shout out?
M-Dub the Magnificent, aka Kurt Cocaine. C the Digital Building Creator, aka Midnight Creature No Face. There's few people, YBDB, Midwest Kid. A lot of them are coming and going, so I'm trying to only shout out the ones that are sticking with me. You know, the reckless ones are sticking with me, man. And Keep It 100 Music, Madman, a few others, you know, but the brands, man, that I gotta represent: Ogun the Iron God, Red Paper Wasp, War Gun Militia, Reckless Records, Keep It 100 Music. I was part of 10 other ones, but like whatever. And DJ Loot and Real Vision and COS and anybody that's helping your boy along his path, you know, and anybody that's worthy of mentioning that I forgot. I love you and I'm sorry.
All right. Had a great time having you in, and I will see you on the 22nd for the radio show.
All right,
and we're out of here.
Sounds good.
Middle fingers up, something's gotta change. I have real visions to heal the ill, cause I'm really dealing with some real ish. Got some real decisions to deal with. I'm feeling a little ill myself, cause the mere fear of splitting like a divorce. Mentally split like split decisions made quick, cause I have split personality syndrome. Personally, I can be found lazy, cause I found comfort in the misery. Love my family, but I live recklessly. So I created a vision, like splitting a run-on sentence or getting sentenced.